Hi, hello, how are you? Amanda, SEINT artist. I'm gonna do a St. Patrick's Day eyeshadow, and it's gonna be a lot of the pigments because the pigments drop tomorrow, and they're really beautiful. Here's my opinion about them. I always give my opinion about them. They remind me a lot of the eyeshadows. And as far as being pressed pigments, I think they're called pressed pigments based off of ingredients. They do blend and apply very similarly to our SEINT eyeshadows, but I think ingredients wise, they have to call it something else. All right, so here are the beautiful pressed pigments. Hello. These come with a warning label on the reds. I'm not recommending them because warning labels scare me and I would hate. If you do decide to get the reds, use them to mix with balm or whatever for lips, use them on your cheeks for blush. I am not partaking because they make me so nervous and I love our lip and cheeks already. And so get them, but use caution. Don't use them on your eyes. That's not what they're recommended for. But I'm doing St. Patty's Day. Any of these other colors, I love all of them. And if you're on my email list, keep your eyes out. I will be putting out an email on these. So let's do a look. I'm going to be using a eyeshadow primer. They recommend an eyeshadow primer for these pigments because they can stain your lids. So using dark colors like Juniper or Lucky, what are these? Lyra, Honeymoon, they can stain your lids. I already have stained lids. I've got age, I've got veins, and I've got an eyelash serum that gives discoloration to my lids. I like using a primer that gives me a blank canvas to start from. And I'm going to be doing a very natural. I'm also going to be using the Cozy Up collection with this look. If you're watching this, it turns out, I don't know if it's actually going to turn out like most of the things that I do. This is not a hair tutorial, by the way. This is greasy day 3 hair with a curling iron. Anyways, we don't need to know that, but I'm going to take my BK Beauty brush. It's a 203 brush, I believe. It's rubbed off, but it looks like 3. 203, it's linked with everything. I just thought it would be really fun to do a eyeshadow with some greens that's not crazy green. If you order any 3 pigments, and my picks personally are Cowboy, Santa Fe, and Juniper are my top 3 picks. If you order 3, you get 1 free, and it's Lucky, and I'm gonna use it today, and it's a really pretty green. Juniper is probably my favorite out of all of the pigments. I think everybody should have it. It's the green we've all been wanting, and these are all mattes, and they're so pretty. Okay, I am gonna put a color on. Let's just do Paris. I was gonna use Mama, but it's pretty sparse in there, but I'm just gonna use, Paris. It's a pink, and I just use this because powders blend better on top of powders, and this is a nice light pink that goes well with my lid once I've canceled out all that gross yellowy colors that I had. Okay, first we're going to be putting on a little bit of shimmer because I am who I am. I love Drift, I love Sabrina. So we're gonna go in and I'm gonna grab Drift. I'm using the Blur brush today, so just a little bit of Drift way up top under these brows. But tomorrow is St. Patty's Day. We're celebrating today because my husband's leaving town, so we're celebrating today. And I'm making my shepherd's pie, soda muffins, and slaw. Okay, going in with these fun, delightful colors, I'm gonna use Santa Fe. I really love this color as my transition color, and this is going to go just on my brow bone up here. It's going to help that I have a lot of drooping on the outer part of my eye. I'm going to use a fluffy brush right here, and if you like Sedona or Bubba, you'll love Santa Fe. And in my email, I will be having some swatches. I will be posting them in my Facebook group also, so just keep an eye out for them. So I'm hoping to do that after I make this tutorial, and I will be just doing eyes today, and then magic of editing, I'll be back because all eyeshadow looks better when the rest of the face is done. So just taking this, a little goes a long way. These are pressed pigments, so the pigmentation they're saying is higher than our actual eyeshadows. But I mean, Philly's pretty punchy to me. There's a couple colors that pick up really easily. I find that these blend and apply just as good as our easy to pick up eyeshadows. All right. So just adding that Santa Fe, it's such a pretty, it could be a one and done color if you just like having a one light color. Santa Fe, so, so, so pretty. I'm also gonna be using the Endpoint brush, which is new tomorrow. All right, next color I'm going into is gonna be Lucky. This is gonna give me that green tint. This is your gift with purchase if you order 3 pigments. There are a lot to choose from. The blues are all absolutely pretty if you like blues. The purples are lovely. I do feel like, and again, there will be swatches available tomorrow before the launch, that are similar. I feel like lilac looks like lily. I feel like pomegranate looks like honeymoon. And I think Lyra looks like revival. All right, we're gonna take this dense end of this brush. This is a blur brush, so it's big, not like the eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna press that on, and it does go on pretty darn well. I always tap off, and I'm going to put this pretty much on my whole lid to add that green. I'm not gonna go all the way over. I'm covering the middle and the outer part of the lid, and that's it. It comes off as a nice light green, buildable. You can get it wet and make it more punchy, but this is such a pretty color. I'm just going to the crease on this. This is more of a peekaboo lid color, and then I'm just gonna sweep over just to take off excess, just to keep it even Steven. I like my eyeshadows even. I don't like them splotchy. All right, grabbing some more, tapping it off. Again, mid to outer lid and up to the crease. I'm not bringing this up and out. I'm gonna use a brown. That's gonna be one of our eyeshadow colors. I'm gonna use Trust, which I also use on my brows. I like colors that do more than one thing. And then I'm gonna be using another green juniper, my favorite color I had mentioned already, as my liner, and some of Salem, you'll see. Okay, putting Lucky back. I'm gonna take the eyeshadow brush actually and grab a little bit of Lucky, flicking off the excess. Where's my post? I need a small palette. And I'm gonna put this just a little bit under my eyes. Rather than a brown, I'm gonna use this green. Oh, I hit my eyeball because I'm trying not to block the camera, but I'm just adding a little underneath. This all works out because you're watching this. That means it really does work out. Okay, I'm gonna go into my eyeshadow palette, not my eyeshadow palette, my eyebrow palette, and I'm going to use the fluffy end of the blur brush. I'm gonna go into Trust, which again is my eyebrow color, and I am going to deepen this outer part of the eye. So I'm going outside of that outer corner, and then I am going to be blending this on the base of my brow bone. And I'm just adding a little bit of depth and a little bit of lift, but I'm keeping it brown. Keeping it brown. And it's so pretty the way it almost looks like the Lucky green goes and changes into Trust. It's so, I love Trust. It's a really great color. And again, it goes on my eyebrows. Grabbing a little more. I like to rest so I could see where this lands. And I'm really just focusing it on this outer part of my skin. Grabbing more, tapping off outside of that outer corner and then up on that brow bone above the crease. So this will help hide that I have some heavy droopiness. And then I'm gonna go in, trying to tell if those are my husband's footsteps or my kids. Okay, we're gonna go into, do your eyes first. I'm getting all kinds of fallout here that's deepening this trough, and it's just color. Darkness pulls in, lightness pulls out, so when you have fallout of dark colors, it does make it look like you have more mature under eyes than you do, so then we can clean it up after. All right, I'm taking Revant. This is their gel pencil, very good, but I also really like the Revlon Tattoo Studio. That one's probably my favorite. This I just have on hand. Okay, we're gonna waterline, and then I'm gonna set this and put it into my lash line with Salem, which is a black liner. And this is gonna create a little bit of smokiness, and yeah. So we're just pressing that in, and then we're just gonna keep going across until my lashes stop growing. I have really fine lashes. I've been using Babe Lash, and I'm getting length, not necessarily more volume. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my etch brush that I didn't grab ahead of time. Really kicking myself on that one. And I have so many brushes. I have so many brushes and so many things on my desk. Where are you? There you are, I see you. Come here. Come here. I got it, I got it. Oh, it's falling. Too many brushes. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the short end of this brush, and I'm gonna go into Salem, which is a black powder shadow. And to save time, I'm not showing it, but it's on there. And then I'm gonna go under the lashes, and I'm gonna set and pull into my lash line here from underneath. This is gonna set what I did, but it's also going to give me a bit of smokiness because I'm going almost right at the base. Sometimes I'll smudge up, but I want to use that juniper green for eyeliner, and I don't want black to overtake it, so that's why I'm using it first and starting underneath, because as it pulls up through those lashes, it's going to tell me where to press it here so I don't go too far. Okay, the new brush is the endpoint brush, and it even comes with little sleeves to protect them. I've already used juniper a lot, and it's on this end. The way that this is perfectly round, and I'm gonna say perfectly tapered, I love this brush, especially for making little wings. Okay, we're gonna go into juniper. This is my favorite green. Look at how pretty that is, and it's matte, not shimmery. Okay, I'm gonna grab that and I'm just going to spin the brush on it, flicking off the tip so that we can just have what's on here, and then I can go in and I can eyeline with it, and the tapering gives a perfect little wing. You have so much more control than you do on the multitasker brush because it is wide, but it's not round, so it goes thin, it's a little thick. I'm telling you, this thing is just perfectly, grab as you need, tapered to create that really pretty liner that you want, and using an eyeshadow gives you a soft liner, and it just, oh, I love it. And this green is perfect. I think it's the perfect color green because it's really dark, and if you get it wet, it makes it even darker. So again, we're just going in, and I'm using, I don't like my liner to go all the way across my eye because it'll make it look too small and more mature. So I just keep it on this outer quarter of my eye, and I just grab as I need to create that nice wing. And juniper is perfectly dark. You look at it and you're like, is that green or is that black? It's green, and it's so pretty. Okay, that's it. It's really pigmented, goes on really well. And then we can go in and we can add our mascara and the rest. Sorry, I have an itch. We can add our mascara and the rest of our face, and I'll be right back. And this will all look way better with all this other stuff put on and gone. This stuff gone and all the stuff put on. Be right back. Okay, my face is on and my eyeshadow looks better. And then after I hit stop, I realized I didn't get into my Cozy Up collection. So these are limited edition. You buy this collection and you get 3 really great colors. So you've got, now I can't even remember the names. You get Winterberry, you get Ember, and you get Cashmere. And then this little spot would be filled with a mini cleaning tile, which I love. But with this green look, I just want to jazz it up, make it a little bit more interesting, because I mean, it's pretty basic. We're going to go, and I'm going to add Winterberry. I love this pink color, and I'm going to add this to the inner part of my lid. I'm not covering that green, I'm just adding, oh, right? Oh, just going to add that to it. And the other great thing you can do with this is add it to your blush, and it will set your blush. If you like to set things but you don't want to dull it, go grab a shape brush, silver shape brush. It's back and restocked in Canada. Amazing. We're gonna grab a little bit of it, smile so you can see where your cheeks are if you're of an age like I am, and then you just tap that over the blush, and it works as an illuminator, but it also just gives it a little kick. And I mean, it's St. Patty's Day. We should have a little extra kick without turning us into a green monster. I just like little touches of green, and I love these new pigments. I'm calling them pigments. They're eyeshadows, but I love these. My top picks. Any one of the blues you're gonna love. Any one of the purples you're gonna love, but be careful. You may have a color already in your palette similar to it, so be careful with those purples. Message me, ask me, talk to me. Pay attention to my posts. Pay attention to my emails if you're on those. And then as far as the neutrals and the greens, Santa Fe and Cowboy, hands down favorite. If you like chai, if you like Sedona, you'll love both of those. There are no other greens like Juniper. And then if you buy Santa Fe, Cowboy, and Juniper, like I tell you need to, you'll get lucky for free. Who doesn't want something for free? I do. Okay, and then don't forget the endpoint brush. That is back, or not back, that is here. Wonderful, love it. Great brush, great for your lips. I use at this end on my lips. This was my eyeliner. I love this brush. Okay, there's my eye look. Let me give all of the weird looking looks, but eyeshadows are fun. They're the funnest part of your makeup, and just adding that little pop of pink is so pretty, but also cashmere would also be another really pretty color to make it fun too, but a little more neutral. But the Cozy Up collection, I think we have it, is it into April? Pay attention. Don't listen to me, but pay attention to the things I talk about. You want this collection. You also get this really pretty palette too, which you can turn into being an eyebrow palette. I just keep a cleaning tile in there and my 2 favorite eyeshadows for my brows. Have a great day.